Hello, wonderful women. Welcome back to my channel, Nourished by Claudia. Today, I'm overly excited because we are going to discuss the 7 things that you can actually do to increase your chances of ovulating month by month by month. If you have never seen me before, my name is Claudia Vidor. I am a nutrition and dietetic clinician. I am the founder of the Facebook group Recover from HA Support, where we speak everything about disordered eating behaviors, disordered thoughts about food and training, and hypothalamic amenorrhea and infertility. And I'm also the founder of the Period Comeback Protocol. So if you would like to join us, make sure that you just look below and click on all the links that you feel connected to. But first of all, just make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Every single time that a person subscribes to this channel gives me one more chance to keep making these videos for free, so that you can get access to free resources that otherwise are not going to be available out there all in one place. But today, without further ado, because I don't want to have too long conversations like I normally do, I really would like to get to the nitty-gritty and discuss the chances how to increase or induce ovulation naturally. Okay, so if you are at a point in time where you haven't had a period for the longest time, and you're trying also to have a baby, first of all, I would recommend you to look at my other videos, how to detect if you are ovulating even when you don't have a cycle. So we go through everything such as tracking your basal body temperature, your cervical mucus, your cervix, and all the other bits and pieces that are part of these pictures. After you've watched that video and you're feeling pretty confident in terms of what needs to be done to know if you're ovulating or not, then you can definitely keep on following this video and learn how you can increase your chances of ovulating. So first of all, I would like to say that there is one little thing that is normally not really taken into consideration when it comes to hormonal restoration and ovulation, but we cannot disregard, which is definitely sleeping. So getting a good night's sleep is absolutely paramount to balancing your hormones and increasing your chances of ovulation. There is one study and that I found that follicle stimulating hormones level were 20% higher in women who slept an average of 7 to 9 hours each night. So if you spend too much time scrolling in the middle of the night, or if you wake up multiple times during the night and cannot fall back to sleep, make sure that you work on your sleep routine so that you can also enhance your chances of ovulating and obviously menstruating or getting pregnant. Sleep obviously is also essential for stress management and emotional regulation. So if you find that you're struggling to sleep, just consider refining your sleeping habits. So for example, you can wake up and go into bed at the same time each day, avoid coffee after 11 o'clock in the morning, or just have one coffee a day. Just stick to the sleep regime, so making sure that your bedroom is cool, is a quiet place, is dark, keep the phone away, reduce your EMF exposure in your bedroom, and definitely if you wake up in the middle of the night, don't start scrolling through Instagram, don't check your emails, and don't even look at the time. It's not necessary, especially if you have an alarm clock that is going to beep and is going to wake you up when it's time to do so. The second point that I would like to discuss is exercise. Another natural method for increases your chances of ovulation is exercise. And you may be thinking, well, Claudia, I have hypothalamic amenorrhea. How does that make sense, right? The reality is that some of you are experiencing thyroid issues and PCOS in conjunction with hypothalamic amenorrhea. So the regular movement not only helps to maintain a steady weight, let's say, but also helps to reduce the risk of insulin resistance and a blood sugar level roller coaster. Now, what does that mean for you in your specific situation? Moving regularly doesn't mean going to the gym, doesn't mean going to any type of classes, doesn't mean waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do an interval training session. When I talk about movement, it can be simply waking up in the morning, expose your skin to sunlight by going for a 10 minutes walk. It means also walking your dog. It means spending some time in the garden, doing some crazy cartwheels or handstand if that's something that you enjoy. It can also look like dancing on a Saturday night, or simply doing some yoga and some stretching during the week. So take the time to explore different type of activities and find something that you enjoy. Do not feel pressure to stick to the same regime week by week. We are not meant to do the same thing over and over and over. We are not the small version of men. We are absolutely hormonically, biologically, physically, and physiologically and psychologically different from our male counterpart. The third point that I definitely would like to discuss, considering that I am a nutrition and dietetic clinician, is to maintain nourishment, making sure that you're eating sufficient food throughout the day, every 2 to 3 hours, especially if you haven't had a cycle for a long period of time. But even if you have regular periods and you're struggling with that feeling of dizziness or hunger pangs when you haven't had food for too long, I definitely invite you to switch your second coffee with something that is more nutritious. Always think about the nutrients that are needed for your fertility, and they are iron, so that can be found in supplements, but also in quinoa, turkey, spinach, and so on and so forth, and then obviously red meat. Calcium, that can be found in any dairy product, but also in seeds, in lentils, in tofu, in sardines. Omega-3 fatty acids are absolutely fantastic for your hormonal health, but also for your skin, for your hair, for the quality of your nails. Then proteins in general, and do not forget the fiber and the folates. So folates can be definitely found in leafy green veggies, beans, whole grains, and is not only found in a pill. Okay. Talking about pills, it is important to take supplements when needed. So if you have been undernourishing your body for a long period of time, if you're feeling that you have been chronically stressed, if you're not sleeping enough, if you are exercise on and off throughout the week, just make sure that you recuperate your lack of energy availability by introducing some supplements. Obviously, supplements, they cannot replace a healthy, nourishing diet and an optimal lifestyle, but they can definitely help to fill in the gaps. Okay, so some supplements that I normally recommend to my women that wants to become pregnant are definitely folate, the B vitamins, vitamin E, vitamin D, choline, iron, zinc, and calcium, as they are all helpful for balancing hormones, and obviously magnesium. But I normally take a very customized approach when it comes to supplements, and supplements that can help you to absorb your nutrients better, to make sure that you digest them, and they can really be wonderful if you're experiencing conditions such as IBD, IBS, or anything like that. Something else that I would like to mention for women that really rely on caffeine and are still drinking, taking drugs, or smoking cigarettes is to be very mindful about the amount of alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine that you introduce in your body. It is a known fact that certain substances and drugs can have a negative effect on the menstrual cycle and also on your ability to ovulate. There is also something else that is not very often mentioned, but taking Nurofen, which is ibuprofen in different countries for a long period of time when you're meant to be ovulating, can be really counterproductive when it comes to ovulation. So if you feel that you have an addiction when it comes to alcohol or drugs, or if your life depends on those two, I really invite you also to seek some professional help and see how you can move forward with ease. Something else that we cannot forget to mention is obviously stress. We have stressors, okay? Life can be stressful. Life is stressful, but it's more about how we approach stress, okay? It's more how we approach the stressors. So keeping your stress levels to a minimum is another natural way to balance your hormones and regulate ovulation. Obviously, stress is perceived very differently for each one of us, and something that could be stressful for me may not be stressful for you. When I mention the word stress, you may be thinking straight away about your job or about a relationship that is not going super well. But there are other things, for example, drinking too much caffeine and alcohol, skipping a meal, exercising on an empty stomach, not sleeping enough, and also being stuck in the commute or receiving too many inboxes and getting that really restrictive feeling in the stomach. So see what stress means for you. Just make a list, find out where you experience that in your life, and have a chat with yourself and start thinking, how can I minimize that? How can I change my perception of my stress level? You can definitely try some breathing techniques. Some of them, they help to lower your heart rate and also your cortisol level, and they're scientifically proven. Definitely practicing good self-care, putting yourself first, taking time out to relax and prioritize activities that really fill in your cup. And then obviously, if you need some help, you can reach out to me, or you can reach out to a counselor to find other resources that can be applied into your life. And then last but not least, something that I cannot forget to mention is to get a checkup. If you have been suffering is not the correct word, but if you have been experiencing lack of menstrual cycle, lack of ovulation, unpredictable cycles, or if you have been trying to get pregnant for a long period of time and it has not worked for you, I normally say always make sure that you don't leave any stones unturned. So also speaking with your medical provider, getting the support of someone like me that is specialized in fertility, hormonal health, and women's health can really be a game changer in your situation. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it interesting, just please make sure that you leave a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to connect, just make sure that you go down below and click on one of the links. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye for now.